All right, here we go, guys. Welcome back to another live stream on the Flow of Consciousness YouTube channel. We're live in Venice right now. Um, it's very, very pretty here. It's really calm also tonight. We were planning to go to a restaurant, but it was fully booked and we had to make a reservation and we didn't do that. So we're trying to find something else now. But since I have some time, I wanted to hop on here because it's 8 p.m. EST and I'm doing live streams at 8 p.m. EST. So let me talk a little bit about our experiences again because it's the last few days here in Italy. Tomorrow, actually, my friends are going back, and I am taking a plane on Tuesday. So we're going back on Tuesday. Well, I am going back on Tuesday. I'm a little bit self-conscious because there's literally a guy like sitting half a meter from me right now, so it's pretty interesting. Yeah, you can join if you want. I'm doing a little live stream. What's your name, by the way?
My name is Aldo.
Aldo. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, man.
Yeah, I have a YouTube channel and I do live streams every Sunday.
Oh,
And
cool.
so yeah, we're traveling with friends now, and I'm doing a little live stream right now.
Yeah.
So why not, right?
Awesome. Awesome. Great.
Yes, yes. So what I wanted to talk about, I don't know. Like right now, there's not really anyone here, so I'm just talking to myself. I can have a conversation with Aldo if I want to. Where are you from, actually? You can join. You can join for the
Okay.
live
I'll
stream.
feel a little bit weird,
Sure, that's okay.
but I mean,
Right now, there's nobody watching, so it's
okay.
it's
So I
no
guess I'll
worries.
just join.
Yeah, yeah. We can just have a little
Okay.
conversation. Are you from here?
No, actually, I'm not from here. I'm actually from Mexico.
Ah, sweet. I lived there for 6 months,
Oh,
actually.
really? Where
Yes,
did you live there?
in Tulum.
Tulum. Oh,
Yes.
okay. Okay. Really nice place.
Yes, yes, very
Yeah.
much.
How do you like Venice?
I mean, it's not really my vibe, to be honest. Like,
Mhm.
I was in Rome before, and in Naples, Florence, etc. And to me, these cities are more my vibe.
Okay.
But Venice is just, I don't know, like a real life museum almost in a
Yeah.
way.
Yeah.
Like it has no, I don't know, character to me or something.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's
I guess that's missing a little bit. Maybe because it's full of tourists, I
I
guess,
think
and I'm
so.
missing the locals a little
Yeah,
bit. I would like to
that's
go to the places where they actually go,
precisely.
which I think, as far as I know, this is more or less like a conflict here. Well, not like a conflict, but the locals are actually like getting expelled by all this tourism industry, Airbnb, and so on.
Yes, yes.
And now I feel. I mean, of course, the city is beautiful,
Uh huh.
and the architecture is just like everywhere you stand, you're just fascinated
Yes, yes.
by your surrounding. But this part, I'm still missing that a little bit. I have to say as well.
For me too. Like when I was in Rome and Florence, I can feel more the Italian, local vibe there. And here it's too. I think it's
Yeah.
more like a commercial kind of place
Yeah.
nowadays. That's how I feel about it. So
Yeah.
Venice is not really my vibe, guys. But there's still nobody watching, so we're still talking to ourselves. But it's all right.
Yeah, but that's all right.
I'm starting out. Actually, I'm running this channel now, full time for maybe, I don't know, 4 or 5 months, something
Okay.
like that. I do daily uploads, and it's a slow process, man. Like it's really like an exciting journey, and it takes a lot of work. But I want
Yeah.
to do it. I think it's a great way to put yourself out there and to share, your knowledge and to help people. And that's kind
Yeah.
of like what I want to do. And the live streams are a good way for people to actually like connect.
Especially because you're doing it live. I mean, we've seen, of
Yeah,
course, like
yeah.
YouTube channels and so on, where people have this chance of editing.
Yes, yes, but I do also. My videos are usually edits, but once a week, I allow my people to actually connect with
Wow.
me live, right?
Yeah,
So,
that's crazy. Yeah.
so guys, for the person who just tuned in, I was having a little conversation with Aldo. I'm currently in Venice, and I decided to do a quick live stream because I want to do live streams every Sunday now. So I brought my computer, and I think it's a great setting to do a live stream, right? So Aldo, yeah, I just made a new friend. He's from Mexico, apparently, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So, but I don't really know what I should be talking about in this live stream, though. Usually, I don't know. I start talking about something out of the air, but now maybe this is what it is. I was seeing you sitting here, and I thought, oh, why not just
Yeah,
have a
sure.
little. Where in Mexico are you actually from?
I'm from Mexico City.
Oh, I love it. I love Mexico City.
Yeah, it's really
It's
nice.
so cool.
And talking precisely about like this character, I think Mexico City.
It has.
Maybe it's not as beautiful as Venice,
It's
but
but it has so much character.
Yeah,
Oh man, you can do
definitely.
so many cool things there, and the
Yeah.
food is amazing. And but it's massive, right? Like
Yeah.
there's millions of people there,
Literally.
so it's an awesome place. I really, really, really
Yeah.
like Mexico City. Yes, sweet. Hi there. Yeah, it's funny, right? Like doing a live stream in public is something different, and my hair is just all over the place. But you can come a little bit closer, man.
Okay,
Don't
okay,
be too
okay.
shy. You don't have to say
Okay,
hi to
now I
my
say
people.
hi
Hi.
to your
So
people. What's your name, by the way?
my name is Wolf.
Wolf.
Yes,
Okay, nice to meet you,
and
Wolf.
the channel is Flow of Consciousness,
Okay,
which
okay.
is actually if you turn Wolf upside down, I mean like backwards, you have
Uh huh.
Flow.
Hello.
So I thought it was
Interesting. Never thought about it.
yeah. Well,
Yeah,
anyways,
very interesting.
that's how I chose the name. But Mexico for me is a place where you can enjoy the sun, where you can enjoy really good food, and they have this very almost like familiar. Family is important in Mexico, right? Like they
It
have this
is. It
really
is.
family culture, and the abuela is cooking the
Yeah,
food, and
of
I really
course.
like that about Mexico. It's
Yeah,
really cool.
yeah.
Yes, and the beach in Tulum is
Well, that's also like another world. But talking about tourism, for example, now that we're in Venice and that you were mentioning that part of okay, when tourism kind of takes the soul of the places, I think this could be also happening to the whole Mayan Riviera like anytime soon.
yeah,
I mean, we
exactly.
already see it in Playa del
Yes,
Carmen, in
yes.
Cancun, Tulum, maybe not
Not
as
yet,
much, but
but
already
in
like on
five
that
years or
track.
something.
So that's really a pity. I mean, of course, I mean, I'm today here as a tourist
Uh huh.
and I would like to see the city and get to know it. But I think as tourists, we also have, I don't know, some sort of responsibility of I don't know, being like good guests, I
Yes.
guess, on the first place. But and that includes not only like like
Uh
behaving
huh.
on the street and so on, but also like maybe thinking a little bit more about the where we're staying, if it's an Airbnb, let's say, or if it's like I don't know, like a guest house or a hostel, that we see that, okay, we're also living something here.
Yes.
Um, so yeah, random thoughts.
I mean, yeah, of course. I mean, it totally makes sense, and it's really important to also be aware of how you are actually feeding into
Yeah,
this problem, right, if
yeah,
you
yeah.
will. So, but as you were talking, I think this can be interesting. Um, Wait, hold on a second because there is. I don't even know if the audio is going to be fine. I always take care of my mic because I think it's important to have good audio. But as Aldo was talking, I was thinking about, making friends in a place where you know nobody. It can be a challenge, right? How do you feel about that?
Well, I just arrived today.
You arrived today.
Yeah, yeah.
So am I the
So
first person you're having like a decent conversation with or not really?
actually, yes. I mean,
Really?
I met a really nice guy in the hostel, but it was just like random chit chat, and
Yes.
now you're just like here.
I mean, that's a great experience, guys.
Yeah.
I'm so happy. Like, okay, so apparently I'm Aldo's like first real conversationalist,
Yeah.
and I wanted to maybe it's cool. I don't know. Do you want to stay or do you want to
Uh,
continue your journey? Whatever you want to do.
I guess I'll continue my journey in a couple of minutes. But
Okay,
yeah,
sure,
it's
sure, of course.
conversation is
But you
my
can stay
best.
as long as you want.
Thanks.
So yes, making friends as an adult in a different place where you're not used to being can be quite challenging, right? Like I saw this interesting post about, I don't know if it was a video or something, and oh, there's actually people in the chat already. Okay, I will read your chats quickly after I finish what I wanted to say. So I read this post um, where somebody was saying that why is it so hard to make friends as an adult, and it's basically because everyone has better stuff to do, right? As an adult, you have your job, you have your children, you have so much stuff to do, and that's why people don't have that much time to actually like socialize and make new friends, and everybody has like priorities settled at that age, and that's why I think it can be more difficult to make friends as an adult. But as you can see, you can make friends fairly quickly if you're traveling and just say hi, you start a little conversation with someone. It's actually really cool, right? Because for me, this will be a memorable live stream, and for Aldo probably also because he just arrived here in Venice, and he had this experience. I think it's a cool story, right?
It is.
I
It
mean,
is. It is. I mean,
just I just
it's
run
a
I
topic, of
just run
course.
into a random guy doing a live stream on the YouTube. That's funny. Anyways, okay, yeah, great spontaneity. This guy's right. Live streams are the best. Let's talk about self-acceptance versus self-improvement. Haha, nice. We're also less spontaneous in general. Aha, let's talk about self-acceptance versus self-improvement. What do you think about that?
About self improvement.
Self-acceptance versus self-improvement?
Hmm.
It's a good question. It's a good question, man. Thank you for asking. It's a really good question.
Yeah, to be honest, I mean, of course, those two things are different, but I'm
Yes.
struggling to kind of differentiate like
Okay.
what's the connection
Maybe I
between
can
such.
try to verbalize what I understand be- between the two, right?
Yeah, sure.
But I want to make sure that the audio is fine. So if
Okay,
you
I'll
can
come a
join
little bit
close, yeah,
closer
that's
now.
easier, right? So we can have a decent conversation. All right. So self-acceptance vs self-improvement. Okay, I believe that you always want to continue to improve yourself because there is always something to learn. The more you know, the less you know, right? This is something that the more you grow older, the more you learn about the world, you understand more and more that you know very little. Okay, so there's a lot of potential for you to improve. So self-improvement, I think, is really important. Now, you can accept yourself while you're improving yourself. So you can accept the fact that right now maybe you're ignorant about a few things in your life, but that doesn't have to say that you are unworthy or that you're not good or that you can't accept yourself for who you are right now, right? There's just so much potential that you can still explore, but that doesn't have to mean that you can't accept yourself as you are right now. So there is a difference, I believe, between accepting and then judging yourself because of your ignorance. You don't necessarily need to judge yourself. It's important to be able to humble yourself and to know that there is so much stuff we don't know yet, and we will probably never know. I try to be a lifelong learner, and I try to stay aware that yes, I might have more knowledge about specific topics that I have spent hours and hours studying, but there is so many other topics that I know nothing about. So self-improvement also means to me to learn about those things and to learn, for example, about other cultures. Like I love Mexico. There is so much stuff that I can learn from Aldo about his culture that I'm really unaware of. And I consider that self-improvement as well. That doesn't mean that I don't accept myself for not knowing what his culture can bring me, right? So I hope that was something that kind of like made a little bit sense. And Mia is saying hello. Hi, Mia. Nice to see you. I love your comments always. You're very kind and spontaneous. I'm very much like it. Hey, man. Ciao.
Pierpaolo. Ah,
Paolo. Hello.
dallo studio live.
But not too loud because otherwise the
Ah,
sound will be.
okay. And how are you, my friend? In collegamento da Venezia.
Oh, this guy.
Is Italia. Sto facendo la diretta. Venite qua, guys.
See, that's how you make friends, right?
This video
It's a live
Ciao.
video. It's a
live,
video.
Live video. Ok.
in collegamento in Australia, no,
No. I'm from Belgium.
Belgio.
Yes.
Ah, ok. Lukaku,
Yes, also.
più o meno. Ok. Lukaku. Allora, temperatura. The weather is
No,
okay.
if you're too loud, then the it make red, so it's not good for the
Ah,
ear. So if you
okay.
want to be loud, you can be a little bit further away from the microphone.
Now,
Yes.
okay,
Be careful.
okay.
So yeah,
Guys.
everybody is just here.
Guys,
Join. This is
guys,
highly
right.
interactive today.
Hi
Yeah.
guys.
The
Right,
live stream
right.
is extremely interactive today. How are you guys today? Actually, how are
Ah,
you? Yeah,
Fine.
having a good night.
fine.
Okay.
Awesome.
Okay. We don't speak English very well.
It's
you know,
okay. It's okay.
but
Parla
we try.
italiano.
Oh,
Oh,
italiano.
sì.
Mamma.
Ah, mamma
Mamma,
mia.
ciao mamma. Spaghetti,
Bruschetta,
pizza, mandolino.
mozzarella.
Mozzarella, pizza, spaghetti, mandolino.
Un collegamento.
Corleone, Corleone.
Mangiare spaghetti, dovete ancora mangiare
Bonucci, Bonucci che fa. Bonucci.
Ok. Lì, sì,
I love you
YouTube.
guys. That's super
Ok,
cool.
su YouTube?
Yeah, YouTube. Yes,
Next.
yes.
Ok.
Yeah, you can rewatch it later if you want.
You have a channel on your
Yeah, in my channel you can check it out if you want. It's Flow of Consciousness.
Huh?
I can write it for you.
Okay.
You will see this live video later. I will upload it when it's finished. Sorry? My name is I can like this.
Ma sono in
Hello?
TV, è la prima volta. Sono in TV.
This one.
Spostati che era il mio momento questo. Ah, ma stai pure tu, dai, ho capito.
Yes.
ci iscriviamo.
Oh,
Yeah.
ok.
Grazie mille.
Ciao ragazzi.
I'm doing a live stream from my YouTube channel.
Bye.
What's your name?
Ciao. Good night. My name is Flow of Consciousness. If you want, you can find it. Oh yes. These kids these days, they are so good with technology. They just found my channel instantly. Very good stuff, man. I like it. I like the energy. All right, awesome. Aldo, join me, bro. Join me.
I have to say, I was a little bit surprised and overwhelmed by the
Oh,
crowd.
it's don't worry about it.
Crowd's
These
already
people are
here.
lovely. They're
Yeah,
amazing.
I see that. I see that.
Grazie mille. Awesome. All right, this is so cool, man. This is so cool. Highly interactive, beautiful place. Venice is absolutely beautiful, Mia. Thank you so much. And these people are so nice, actually. Like that's why I love. That's why I love Italy. These people are so, I don't know, very warm and welcoming and kind.
And
So,
spontaneous.
huh?
And spontaneous.
Yeah,
I
very
mean,
spontaneous,
yeah,
right?
completely. Yeah,
So
yeah.
okay, let's bring it back a little bit to the topic that we were talking
Oh,
about. You
yeah.
can
What,
join me.
what was it again?
So
Because I got
self-acceptance,
completely-
self-improvement.
Okay. Okay.
What I said, did it make sense to you?
It did, but for me, like the question would be, where do you actually start? Do you start with acceptance or with improvement, or is it something that happens parallelly?
That's a very good point, also, and something that I might have to think about it a little bit. I think that it comes together, right? So as you learn more, you also accept more about yourself, and it goes both ways. Because personally, I started out not accepting myself whatsoever.
Okay.
So
I wouldn't have imagined that.
yeah,
Like,
okay.
If I
And
see
so
you-
I started to learn more,
Okay.
and by learning more, I came to accept myself more.
Okay.
So I learned more that this is kind of my strengths. This is the thing I'm good at or not so good at, and I start to accept that by learning more about that.
Okay.
So initially, I started off with, I don't really like who I am or what I have to offer to the world, because I was confused about what I could offer to the world, or what were my strengths, what were my weaknesses. And the more I came to learn about these things, and the more I got to know myself, the more I also started to accept myself, but at the same time understand that there is so much more that I can still learn.
Okay.
That's kind of
Yeah.
how it went for me. So I don't know if that makes sense.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. I think also knowing oneself,
Know thyself.
know thyself, and maybe know what works for you and so on. I guess that also comes with this like improvement of searching for knowledge for
Yes, yes.
and maybe I don't know, like stop comparing yourself with other people, and rather like understanding that okay, you're unique and you're just here, and this is just like your life.
I think it's very, very good that you say that. Stop comparing yourself to other people. Comparison is the thief of joy.
Yeah.
I really like this quote because it's so true, right? Especially with social media nowadays. And look at this, guys. Oh my goodness. So amazingly beautiful. Wow. I think this is going to be the best live stream I've done so far, even though it's only my third. Anyways, people are actually talking here. Good question. Could it be that it's for everyone different? Yeah, what works for you? Hey, Wolf, could you describe yourself as a late bloomer? I'm 28 and I feel like I'm playing catch up the whole time. Wow, I can totally relate to that. So I will share a little bit about that. So I grew up feeling a little bit, how would I say, alienated from the people my age. I was more of like a thinker and not really in the moment. That's also why I'm so big on mindfulness and meditation, because I was so distracted and I was always in my head and really not into the things that my friends were into, right? And so I consider myself maybe a little bit of a late bloomer, because I started to engage in all these things that younger people engage in at a later time in my life. And that caused me to feel like I missed out a lot. Like before, I was not really into these things, but later I came to understand that it's actually a part of life that you want to experience, right? And I wanted to really catch up with this, and that's why I lived the lifestyle that I lived for like a long time, like party and doing all these things that younger people usually do. But now I came to understand that there's also a lot of value in discipline and working hard and actually building something for yourself. That it completely shifted my priorities. I don't know if you can relate, Aldo, or not at all. Were you someone who was?
Well, I guess it's funny
Uh-huh.
because actually this days that I'm taking now in Italy, it's funny how everything connects.
Yeah.
Um,
It's a lot of wind, so I hope
was
it's not too bad.
Also a little bit in with this purpose of like trying to look a little bit into myself
Yes, yes. Uh-huh.
and just being here, which is a little bit like the lesson learned of this year, especially after COVID and everything that what happened in 2020. I think that this last year taught us, or at least taught me, that you have to be present for your life and you have to be here and now. Of course, it's good to have plans. It's good to have even long-term plans, but you always have to remain flexible because you don't know when things are gonna change, and it can be really like in the next 10 minutes, in the next week, in the next month, and they can change radically.
Yes.
So I guess if we use this chance or this experience as an opportunity to actually understand that we're just here and that life is uncertain and chaotic, but that we still can make something out of it. Well, I guess we'll enjoy life more, and we'll also put into balance what's actually more important, and it can also help us to I don't know, take better decisions. And better decisions, I mean things that actually make us happy. Because I guess we are always living on expectations or thinking, okay, for the future I want to do this and that because I want to achieve certain goal, which is good. But I guess as long as it doesn't, as long as it doesn't make you miss the present.
Yes,
Right.
yes. Yeah, this is very true. Like I've experienced this myself also, that it's difficult to stay in the present moment, especially when you're really future projecting and thinking about the future all the time. You're not really here. And it's important to have a mix of both, right? To feel that you are also building towards something into the future, but you also need to pay attention to where you're at in the journey itself, right? And I hope, well, you can still see a little bit. Okay, I will read a few more. There's a lot of people here today. I like it. I really, really like. I'm so happy, guys. Like, I'm really so happy. Okay, so you both are flowing so well together. Love this. Yuri's here. Un saludo. Adziga. It's so the people from earlier, they're in the chat now. That's really funny. Okay, and so now my friend, okay, the food is ready, so I'm going to grab food with my friends, and they were reserving a place, so they're also watching. It's really funny. Okay, guys, I will expand a little bit more on Nicolas, on your question, how I describe myself as a late bloomer. I hope it's not too much wind. I will describe it in another video, so I will probably upload a video about this later, so you can watch that. I will end the live stream here because my friends are waiting for me to have food, and it's really windy, so the audio will also be a little bit messed up. I want to thank Aldo for joining me. Come here, bro. Give me a hug. All good. Go.
Nice to meet
Thank
you.
you so much.
COVID
It was awesome. And guys, thank you so much for being here with me. I had a great time. It's so windy, so we'll cut it out here, and I'll see you next week, 8 p.m., same time, for another live stream number 4. See you there. Talk soon. Peace. Bye.
Wow.
And